While everybody was talking about the Raqqa battle, guess what happened in Syria? The Syrian army have finally crossed the Euphrates River again. So this is a Twitter message from Ivan Sidorenko 1, and he say the result Syrian Arab army crossed the Euphrates River and captured Taiban town east of Al-Mayadin city. And he also say that he said that wait a minute. Yes, he said that the Syrian Arab army will use Taiban and for starting the operation for going to Abu Kamal. Abu Kamal, it is a city. It is a border crossing city in southeast of Syria. That is on the border with Iraq, and so that's a good thing that they finally crossed the Euphrates. And that is not the first time, because they also crossed the Euphrates for now for capturing the resort, for capturing the rest of the resort, because they want to besiege the city. So now that they have crossed the Euphrates and take a city, they will be very close to al-Omar, I don't know how we say in Arabic, oil field, which is a very important oil field in Syria, and also in southeast of Syria there's a lot of oil, which is why the Assad government and the Kurds they doing a race for taking the most of oil field in southeast Syria, and yeah, and so the Russians are supporting the Syrian government, and the Kurds are supporting by the US-led coalition, which is which could result in some problem, because if you have the Kurds and the Syrian government that is launching an offensive in the same place, what if the Kurds attacking the government, or what if the government are attacking the Kurds because they both want the oil field? We don't know what will be the reaction of Syria or the US-led coalition, because Russia have been very clear. They have said that anything that threatens the Syrian troops will be removed. That's what they say. By example, once the US have shut down a Syrian plane in that was around Raqqa, the Russians have said that they will track US plane and the plane of the US coalition west of the Euphrates River or something. So yeah, Russia will defend their allies. So the situation is very confusing, but apparently it seems like the Syrian Arab army will be the first to take the oil field, and once they take the oil field, basically the only thing that they have to do is to take control of the border with Iraq, because it is very important for them, because that is where the Iranian and the Iraqi militia are helping the Syrian government, so they need to take the border, to take control of the border. And the Syrian Democratic Force also have the same goal. And I would say that before the end of the year, maybe Iraq and or Syria could be a ISIS free territory. Like it's possible that ISIS will be over in this country. Again, I'm not sure for Iraq because that is complicated. They're fighting actually against the the Kurd because they want to take control of some territory and some oil field post because ISIS the Kurds have taken a lot of territory from ISIS, and now the Iraqi government want to retake the territory that they have lost and that are now in control by the Kurds. So that is complicated, and that makes the fight against ISIS in Iraq more slow because they are less focused on ISIS because now they are on two fronts, which is more complicated. So that's very complicated, and I think if the Syrian Arab army take control of the oil field, I don't think the Kurds will attack them. Again, I'm not sure, but that's highly likely. So what do you think of the situation? Because if the Syrian government take control of the oil field, which is very likely because they are the most close, they are like 8 and 10 kilometers from the oil field, the al-Omar oil field. So if they take the oil field and then the Syrian Democratic Force are attacking the government, Russia have said that they will attack the Kurds. They already have threatened to attack the Kurds in one of my last videos if you want to see. So and then let's assume Russia attacks the Kurds, and then what? I don't know what's going to happen because when the US shot down a Syrian plane, it was because the Syrian and the Kurd was fighting each other, and the US is protecting the Kurd more than the rebel, by the way. So I don't know what could happen because if the Russian attack the Kurd, I don't think Washington will escalate the situation and then attack the Syrian troops because that's a clear escalation and nobody wants to have a war between the US and Russia.